See how we all discussed the last class. It was tailor bird. Tailor bird will sew or stitch the leaves, the two leaves, and then it is going to have their nest in the form of this stitched leaves. That is the work done by tailor bird. Next we saw weaver bird, where the weaver bird will make a nest in such a manner that there is a big opening for the entry and exit of the weaver bird. And next, third type of nest we saw is the woodpecker or hoopoe. The woodpecker or hoopoe will make a large hole in the tree trunk. And here, the lining of the wood strips will be done throughout the hole, all over its area, so that the woodpecker or the hoopoe, which uses its beak to peck the trunk and make a hole, can enter and exit in a smooth manner and does not get hurt. These three we learned, and today what we have learned is the fourth and the fifth kind of nest. Here, as you can see, the penguins, like the other birds, will not have their nest on the tree or on the terrace of buildings. It is unusual here. Why? Because the penguins cannot find the trees or green grass or green land in the snowy area or cold region where the penguins usually stay. So what they find only the stones, pebbles, and rocks with which it will make nest like this on the ground, children. So here, as you can see in the book, in the picture textbook, the nest is itself like a small mat or a bed of stones or rocks or pebbles, which they sit on that and lay the eggs on the stones itself. So this is acting like a nest for the penguins, as they don't live in the forest area. All right. Now the fifth one is very usually we see it is a nest. It is having a big wide opening called as cup-shaped nest. Now why it is a cup-shaped nest? The birds like sparrows, bulbuls and hummingbirds, which are there in your textbook, the examples, these birds will lay the eggs inside this nest, and the young ones or the eggs of the birds will not fall off from this nest. So this shape is cup shaped, and it will also have the protection so that it will not be visible to the bigger birds or other animals, so that it is a covered area where the eggs and the small young birds are inside the cup shaped nest. So here we learned 5 kinds of nests of birds. Is it clear, everybody? Yes. You will understand more in detail about the special what all they have, the important things like what we saw in this chapter. Ostrich, emu and penguins, they are called flightless or running birds, and they are not having the regular flight or flying way like the other birds. And you should also understand the ostrich is the one which lays the biggest, largest egg in the world. And next, as you can see, the third point, you need to remember all these points, children. The cuckoo, the bird, which will be laying the egg in somebody else's nest, not in their own nest. They don't build their own nest. Now, which is that bird where the cuckoo will lay the egg? In which bird's nest does it do? Who can answer this? Cuckoo. Abhijit, tell me.
Crow.
Yes. Somebody else told. Yes, crow is the bird where the cuckoo will lay the egg, and cuckoo as such does not build its own nest. Then we can see parrots, how the parrots are used for imitating the voice and how the parrots will talk just like the humans. And in the earlier days, in the Mughal emperor time, when the pigeons are mostly used for sending the messages through the letters, they used to roll it and put it in the beak, and it carries to long distances for the information to be passed, like any other war to be conducted. It all used to go in such message way. Then we can see how the pigeons nowadays are mostly in and around the homes. Can you all see here, nowadays in the cities, mostly pigeons are making their own nests, their own homes near the window area, near the terraces, and so they are very much close to the humans. And we all know now the peacock is the national bird of India, of our country. Yes, all these points you have to remember, children, about the birds or about the other animals as such. Now, which is the national animal of the India, of our country? Yes, said. National animal, I said. National animal.
Tiger.
Yes, very good.
Tiger.
Tiger is the national animal. So kindly remember all these points. So you have to remember what is the national bird, what is the national animal, national monument, etc. Next, you can see here hummingbird. Hummingbird is the smallest bird in the family of the birds, in the category of the birds, and it can fly backwards. Children, how we can walk sometimes backwards for a fun, for some other games. And even the Michael Jackson, if you have seen the famous dancer who will dance backwards like a moonwalk. Have you all seen him? Yes. So similarly, the hummingbird is the smallest bird and it can fly backwards too. Next is the cranes. Now here you need to understand what is the speciality of cranes. Cranes is usually a water bird and it is flying a long distances just like the pigeons, but it goes beyond certain limit. Now what is that limit? It can cross the countries, it can cross the continent sometimes in search of food, shelter, protection, weather condition. All these things, four things they keep in mind. Which one? The migrated birds, or the birds which fly to different places, long distances, and this process of traveling through flying is called migration. All right, why they shift their place, why they fly? Because simple reason, they want a better food, better shelter, very protective weather, where the weather is very much favorable, suitable for the birds. They migrate or they travel or they fly to such far away places. So this process of flying to very far away places is called migration. All right, and such birds are called migrated birds. Now lastly, here it is very interesting thing about owls. Now owls, what do they have? They can twist the head, and also they can swivel the eyes also, children. If you have not noticed, one side, if it sees right direction, the same moment, at the same time, the left eye can also turn around and see. But can we humans do? Can other animals and birds do? No, we can't. We have to see, both eyes will be moving, both our eyeballs will be moving. But unlike owls, which has a very good special feature, where owl's eyeball will be seeing in one direction, the other eye's eyeball can see the other direction. This is swiveling or moving. Yes. And about the parental care, we can also see similar parenting or parental care in our daily life, children. As the this part has been explained by Abhijit, parental care in birds. What do they do? The nest will be built by the birds, and one of the mother bird will go in search of the food to bring the food and feed the young ones, okay, which are in the nest. And there is one more father bird also, which is already present in the nest, and it is protecting the other small birds. Or it might be the other way. The father goes in search of food or the mother stays back. So they keep exchanging the work, just like how we have in our daily lives. Father, nowadays mothers also keep going out for work, and both the parents take the initiative to help the children, upbring them, feed them, protect them, and what all is the necessity, just they fulfill. Is it not? So just like the father, mother, how they take care of the kids, their children, just like that, even the mother bird, the father bird, they protect the kids, their hatchlings, their younger ones, with the bringing of the food outside. They find it and they also feed them, protect them, and how they take care and how they upbring the birds. This is similar to the human beings' parental care, caring of birds. As you can see in the picture, you all have to look into the books now. This is the small vessel or a bowl. Okay, it is called as a container, it is called as a vessel, it is called as a bowl, anything you can name it. And here in this, what is there? Water is there. So we can keep this kind of a container containing water, and it is called as a what is bird bath. Now why we call it bird bath? During the summer season, you all know the weather will be very hot, is it not? So we keep sweating, we keep drinking lots of water and juices. So what do? Can they drink juices? Can they go just like us how we go out for juice? No. So they require this water baths or the bird baths to be kept outside. This is something like a noble act which we can do, and you children, you can start this initiative at homes, near your balcony, near your corridor, wherever you have a space. Kindly in the summer season, small bowl filled with water, keep it so that the birds can come and drink that water. And also what do? They try to take the bath and dip their body inside. Have you all observed this? If not, you start doing by keeping the bird bath so that you can see live in your own homes. The bird baths would be there and the birds will come, and so nicely you feel that happiness once they come and drink the water, and they try to play also sometimes in the water. So this is the one of the container where the water is there. It is called bird bath. All right. The second container which you can see here is the bird feeder. What is this? Similar to this container, here also there is one vessel, there is one bowl or a container with the nuts or seeds. As you can see, the birds are coming and feeding themselves with the seeds. So whatever is available, grains, the dry grains at home, small rice or wheat or any java seeds, you can just place it on this tray, and again you can keep it aside with the bird bath. Now what do? They come very happily, feed themselves, eat themselves, and they drink water and go back. And this is again, I'm telling, it is very happy act which if you do is very good thing. And the bird bath, the bird feeder are only the migrated birds are not only using it, even the small sparrows, bulbuls which are around can come and feed themselves and drink the water. Next is the last part of the chapter where how to take care of the pets, which Devji just now read. You all have pets, I guess. Otherwise also you have seen other pets also, how they are taken care of. What do? We just take the pets outside for a walk for their daily routine, like how we go to washroom. Yes. And they need to be fed regularly, like how we have breakfast, lunch and dinner. And their food will be little different, like unlike us, they don't have the spicy food. And what else? If they fall sick, what do? We have a special hospital for the pets where it is called veterinary hospital. Okay, kindly remember the spelling. So this hospital mainly is taking care of the birds, animals, any species. Okay, there the doctor who is treating the animals or birds is called veterinary doctor, or a short form vets, VETS. Okay. So here the sick animal, the animal which is very much unable to do the daily activity or has a fever or any other symptom where the health condition is very low, is been taken to such hospital called veterinary hospital. And like us, even they have to be taken care with proper grooming. What is grooming? They need to be combed well, they need to be given bath well. Yes children, they need to have the proper trimming of their nails. All this has to be taken care, good care of the animal, just like the small human babies, how we take care of them. Similarly, the animals and birds also has to be taken good care of.